it can be hard and confusing to really understand what manifesting is. I mean, obviously we know it's like, oh, manifesting, this is how I'm going to get my stuff. But if we're really looking at like, what is manifesting, right? The actual manifesting. So if we were to use this as a verb, how would we know to like use this correctly? Because I hear all sorts of things with this word. Like I'll hear, and not with you guys, because you guys are amazing, but with other people, like just out in the world, I'll hear casually somebody say like, oh yeah, I'm manifesting a new house. But like, I also know they're not doing anything other than just simply declaring, I'm manifesting this new house or I'm manifesting this new job. They're just telling you what they're manifesting. Like, hey, this is what I'm manifesting. Or some people will tell you, you'll ask them, do a lot of calls with people and be like, okay, tell me like what you have done before. What have you tried? And they'll list all sorts of activities. And in my mind, I'm like, well, this makes sense because none of that's actually manifesting. They'll mention a lot of really helpful activities like journaling and meditating and listening to inspiring content like Joe Dispenza and Abraham Hicks. They will talk about gratitude lists. And I love this stuff. I do this stuff also, but not exactly what manifesting is. So the manifesting part is realizing that, hey, actually, manifesting is just the process where shit materializes in our life based off our energy. So whether we are trying to or not, we are manifesting. The fact that we are in existence means that we have a heartbeat, we have a consciousness, which means we have an energy, which means we're manifesting. So whether you're saying you're manifesting a new house or a new job, you're manifesting. Manifesting is just this process of our life's unfolding in a way that matches our energy. So we're actually all could say at any given time we're manifesting, but when we're usually using this verb manifesting, what we're trying to indicate is that we are intentionally trying to manifest something specific. And so if we are intentionally manifesting something specific, then there's only really one thing that could be occurring in the moment that you are actually manifesting. And what this is the intentional and the intention of changing the energy that we have. That's what manifesting is intentionally matching, changing our energy to match what we want. So yes, does meditating help change your energy? A little bit, but not enough to get $1 million. Does listening to Abraham Hicks videos help us change our energy a little bit? Yes. Just if we're serious about getting the stuff, then we have to do it more than just little bits like gratitude lists. So in our words, when we're talking about manifesting, this is the work that we're all doing here, right? This is saying, I'm taking the job of intentionally changing my energy really, really seriously. And so if I am manifesting, it means I'm developing these practices of becoming aware of what my energy is and how to change it, how to unlock myself from behaviors, how to identify the energy of the thing I want, how to practice that. And so it's just a really good reminder about what we could consider active, intentional manifesting work versus just really good supportive work, like foundation work. And so this is what we're all doing here, right? This is what we're doing. We are here to understand what our chronic negative thought patterns are, to become aware of them, because if we're aware of them, we can catch them. And if we can catch them, we can choose new narratives, we can shift them, we can rewrite these stories, we can be intentional on the words we use, we can be intentional on the emotions we are offering, and we are now being intentional about the signal we are offering. And it kind of comes in two phases, right? The first phase is, oh my gosh, I've been having this momentum that's so much built up. in my current reality, right? We talk about this being, your train is going really fast in this direction for 5 or 10 years or 2 years or whatever it is. You've been stressed, or you've been really trying, or it's been difficult, or there's been a phase of your life, right? And you've really built up a momentum of energy around what you don't like and what you don't have. So we know that, okay, your train's going really fast in this direction and your energy's like super strong, all like this. The opposite of that over here is what you want, right? What you want, which is to feel good and to feel like you're thriving and that love is pouring through your body and that the abundance is flowing because it just makes sense, because you are tapped in and you are waking up rested and you are sleeping well and you are smiling easily and your body feels good and you feel dialed into your projects and deep down inside that everything is unfolding perfectly for you. However, that's a wild difference than over here, which is like, right? And so over here is like, yes, this is life. So you can't just go from really intense energy over here magically to intense energy over here. So the first step of the process is to slow the train down. If you have a train going really fast in this direction, you can't expect 100 million pounds of steel to just all of a sudden really go fast in this direction. We have to allow the train to slow down, come to a stop, and build up momentum in this direction. So how we do that is really in the beginning is becoming aware of what are the narratives I'm saying and easing out of that, rewriting this. So then we have a new dialogue, which lightens up the energy. And as we feed the new dialogue, the new story, the new energy, the new narrative, the new focus, then the old fire starts to burn out, the train starts to slow down. And then as the train is slowing down, we have a more peaceful energy in which we can start to ponder how to get actually over here. But if you try to get over here to like peace and love and flow from motherfucking beer, then it's even extra hard. It's extra frustrating because then it seems extra hard because it's so far away. So it can be really nice to realize that's not your work right now. Your work isn't to try to figure out how to be like in rock star pure love energy. Your work right now is to dismantle the belief systems, dismantle the narratives, dismantle the neurotransmitter pathways that have built up into an addictive cycle of how we just talk all the time. So as we identify what we say, we rewrite that, we shift, we practice that. We are peeling away from the old energy, the narratives. And in doing that, the train starts to slow until you get to a point where you're like, okay, I feel light. I feel neutral. I feel like, okay, that things are possible. I'm feeling hopeful. I'm actually noticing there's a difference. I'm feeling like I can breathe. I'm feeling like I understand the strategy. I'm feeling like I understand the logic here. And from here, it's much easier to start imagining the energy and practicing the energy over here. And how we do that is by starting to put ourselves in what would this feel like? What can I appreciate of what I have right now? And so we're slowing the train down and then building up speed. Any activities in this little realm of intentionally slowing the train down and speeding it up in the other direction, that in our world is what manifesting is. Really good to be clear, because you could be tricking yourself. You could be spending a significant amount of time in the morning meditating, doing yoga, listening to Abraham Hicks, Joe Dispenza, Deepak, Eckhart, all the usual suspects, and think you're manifesting when you're not. And don't get me wrong, like I said, I love these activities. I've spent thousands and thousands and thousands of hours listening to the videos. It's how I got here. Because in 2011, I watched one Abraham Hicks video and became so obsessed that I logged in probably 10,000 hours. It was just hours in the morning, hours in the evening. That was it. And that's how I started programming myself. So I love this stuff. It's good, but we want to be clear with ourselves that if we're talking about manifesting, we are actively looking to control the narrative, to control the energy, to control the signal, to control what is manifesting. So I hope that was a nice little refresher.